Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell Hodson. You've heard about Original Night. It's been around for 8 years, and this is your chance this year to go. It is on Sunday, May 10th, and here to tell us more, we have the whole crew here who's been working on it. Emma Shibley, who is the coordinator, and AJ Emmons, who is going to be coordinator next year, but you're assistant coordinator this year, and then Joe Navarra, who's, I guess, third in line to be coordinator at some point, right? So thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You're all members of Centerville High School, various bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before we start, tell us a little about your band experience.
Okay, I actually kind of do the triumvirate of performing arts at the high school. I'm also involved in choir and theater, and
You could put on a whole show for us
we
here
could,
today.
we could. And it certainly shaped my compositions. We're all in the marching band, we all do a band class during the day, and we've all done jazz ensembles.
Okay, and how about for you, AJ? Same thing?
Yeah, like she said, we're all in the marching band and the jazz bands. We're all in the concert band, I believe, and I think Joe and I also do pep band.
Okay.
No.
No?
Okay, so Joe, what's your involvement?
Well, I'm in the band program at Centerville, and I'm in marching band.
Okay.
I think
so.
that's it.
Well, that's a lot of time that you're giving to music. And later on in the program, we're going to give you a chance to hear one of the performers, so stick around for that. But Emma, let's talk about how this whole idea came about. It started with a lot of band music, but it's really morphed to a lot of different other types of music as well.
Absolutely, and that really has reflected the personal taste and like the sort of like the music genre of each coordinator as it's progressed. The first coordinator, his name was Michael Spaeth.
And these were all student coordinators,
yeah,
right?
He actually founded the event when he was a freshman. He had this great idea as just a freshman in high school several years ago, and he played saxophone. He was very heavy in the jazz kind of atmosphere, so a lot of the first original nights were jazz compositions, a lot of improvisation in the concert. And moving forward, as another one of my friends, David O'Connell, became the next coordinator, and then as it's come into my hands for the past year. And so then, like I said, I'm in choir and theater. You know, I hear a lot of vocal music, and I've really tried to get people that I know from the choir programs. I know that they write a lot of music, you know, with singing and words, and we've really had that become another equally represented part of the concert every year.
And it's all original music, all written by students from Centerville High School.
It is. It's really incredible the talent some of our peers have.
And so when you're not necessarily performing the music that you've written, but you might be performing something that one of your friends or a classmate has written.
Yeah, there are really a lot of ways to get involved. I know that AJ, he's written a piece this year where he's playing, and several of his other musicians are playing with him, but another performer is writing a piece that he's not playing at all. In the past, we've had performers compose and conduct a piece. Sometimes last year I played a piece myself that I had already written. There's just a lot of different ways that you can take a part in Original Night.
And Joe, I want you to remind us again when this is.
This is at 7:30 on May 10th in the Central Theater of Centerville High School, and the house opens at 7.
So that's this Sunday, and it's a great way to kind of cap off your Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
Or just come with friends, just come for a lot of entertainment, because I think you're right, there's so much entertainment, or entertainers, there's so much talent at that high school, and this is going to give you a chance to see kids doing in their own element songs and other musical performances that they've written on their own, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And AJ, you've taken part in this before, right? So you're an old timer.
Yeah, I was here last year. I did a piece, a brass trio for tuba, trombone, and a trumpet.
And what should we expect from you this year?
I have a brass quintet for 4 trombones and 1 trumpet.
And how did you go about recruiting other musicians to play your music? Are you just that good?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. I've been told that I'm just the best arranger.
So you've arranged the music, and then what, you just ask them if they'd like to try to play it?
Yeah, really. It's all that it is.
And then you do some rehearsals before
Yeah.
the actual
You always
show?
have to do a rehearsal. You can't just throw music at someone and hope that they play it right.
Well, we were saying before that I know band and all the things that you do take up a lot of time. What is it about this that's so important for you, Emma, that you would give your time to make sure that this tradition continues?
Yeah, the first time I saw Original Night, I was just so inspired by it. I first attended when I was in 8th grade, so that was Michael Spaeth, the original founder. You know, rest in peace, but he's not dead. He's kind of a god in the band program's eyes as an alum. That was his senior year, so it had really grown from its first inception, and I had always tinkered around on the piano. I played since I was a little kid, but really seeing that and seeing how cohesive and how professional other people not so much older than me at that point could put together something and do it for an audience and have it recorded and listened to by their friends and their family. That really inspired me to write more aggressively my own ideas. And I think it's just composition is just a really excellent outlet for emotions and for conveying ideas that I wish that more people could enjoy. And I'm really trying to spread that with Original Night.
What is your vision for this year's show then?
This year, I'm really excited to have a lot of different kinds of music. I'm starting something this year where I've opened the spectrum to allow, I guess, creative arrangements of other pieces, whereas a composition is completely new material. An arrangement can vary on newness, but it takes an idea of someone else, like a classic piece or like a classic jazz standard, and then kind of putting your own spin on it. One of my friends has a jazz combo. They'll be playing a couple of heavily arranged, very creative arrangements of some jazz classics.
Now, do the musicians have to audition to be part of the show, or how can you become a part of that?
Yeah, it's really, one of the beautiful things about it is it's not audition the way a talent show might be. As long as your piece is prepared and practiced by whoever is going to perform it, whether it's a group or yourself, then it is encouraged to be involved in the show.
So what can we see you doing on Sunday night?
Sunday, I will be playing piano and singing a piece that I have written.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Is this something that you want to pursue because you are a senior?
Yes. Actually, I plan on majoring in music composition in college. So I hope to one day compose for musicals and just other forms of music, film scores and things like that. And I definitely wouldn't have had the same experience and interest without my involvement in Original Night.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
And then AJ, your group is going to perform your pieces. Are you going to perform anyone else's pieces as well on Sunday?
I haven't been asked to, but if someone just late minute.
We're going to put it out there that you're available, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it.
All right, and for you, Joe, will you be performing as well?
I will be performing a piece.
Using, is it a group?
It's myself. I play piano and I
Okay.
sing, so I'm going to be doing
Nice.
that.
So did you all know that there was this talent within the different groups that you're in, the different, I'm sure, musical groups
Yeah.
or band groups that not only do you play one instrument, but you can play another one and sing as well?
People really come out of the woodwork when you start to ask, like, oh, do you play piano? Do you sing? Do you ever write music? It's astounding how many people are like, oh, I kind of dabble. I've had this idea. I have this, half-written piece or something. And I think that Original Night is a really great outlet for, like I said, kind of with me, it was an inspiration to really put something out there, finish, one composition. I think that they've had a similar experience too.
And again, tickets are not required.
Correct,
This
it's
event
free.
is free and open to the public.
Absolutely.
And you really want everyone to come and enjoy this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know unfortunately, a lot of people don't even know that it's an event. It kicks off Fine Arts Week, and those concerts are in our big theater, the Performing Arts Center, and they get a lot more attention usually. They're kind of a standard year after year. But yeah, Original Night, the more the merrier.
And this event takes place in the Central Theater, which is, I'm sure there'll be directional signs to get
Yes.
to get people there as well. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to let you hear one of the performers. Stay with us. Welcome back to Centerville Reports Today. Joining us now, we have Emily Larson from Original Night and also Megan Mulgard, who's going to entertain us before the show is over. And ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us how you got involved, because you're going to be performing and you're also having one of your compositions performed, right, Emily?
Yes.
So that must be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. I wrote a piece called Searching for 2 flugelhorns, a violin, which Megan is playing, and a piano part, which I am playing. And I started it in January, and I finished it just at the end of April.
Did you write it with this show in mind?
Yes.
With this performance? Okay. So is it bring back some kind of memory for you, or was it, what kind of music is it?
I really like listening to film scores, and so movie soundtrack music. Okay. So when I was composing this, I had in mind kind of maybe what you would hear in the background of a scene where some sort of action is going on, but passive action. And so I kind of wanted to be very kind of flowing and slow. And I think for me, it sounds like how I had thought, what I had in mind when I wrote it.
When
so
you've all rehearsed it together, you really like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And for you, Megan, is this your first experience with Original Night?
Yes, this is my first experience in Originals Night. I went and saw one of my friends was in it my 8th grade year. So I went and saw 8th grade year, and I've been familiar with it, but this is my first time actually in the program.
So what are you expecting as far as reaction from an audience when they're there, Emily?
I hope it's positive.
There may be a budding screenwriter out there ready to pull you up and pick your music.
I mean, that would be great if that happened, but I would just like it if people like enjoyed what they heard and like came back kind of inspired from original night. And
because it sounds like all of you have been inspired once
Yes.
the first time you went. You wanted to be a part of it after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you think I want to be in charge of this someday?
The first time I saw it, I had no idea that I would be the head coordinator by the time I was a senior. But the first year I became actually involved, I was a sophomore when I was a performer and composer. And my friend who was in charge of it that year, then he was like, I think you've got what it takes. And from then on,
selected
he
you
did.
to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
And again, it's on Sunday, May 10th. It starts at 7:30 at Centerville High School in the Central Theater. You don't need tickets. It's free and open to the public, and you will be so impressed with the immense talent that is within those walls of Centerville High School.
Absolutely.
And it's all original music written by students, performed by students, and in some cases performed and written by the student. You're going to play your own original piece,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
As well. And so about how long is this show? Is it, if you're planning to come 7:30, you think it should be wrapped up by what time?
I would say it's probably, this year it's a little bit smaller, a little over a dozen different acts, so probably about an hour and a half, maybe.
Oh, that's a perfect evening.
Maybe
That's
a little
very
longer, yeah.
manageable.
It's like going to see a free movie.
Well, and we know that you can play
Yeah.
music for
Exactly.
it as well, right? So, Megan, how did you get involved with playing violin?
So I started in 5th grade. The orchestra directors where I lived and here, they go around and just tour the schools the year before. All the students have an opportunity to join strings, and I fell in love with what they performed. So I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, I want to play the cello." And she looked at me and she said, "Just a second," and went back in the closet, pulled out a violin and said, "How about you play this?" So here I am 7 years later with the violin.
And do you plan to pursue music after high school?
I'm going to major in linguistics, but I intend to perform in the orchestras at college.
Okay, and you two both are planning to pursue music as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we've got two going to Miami, right? And you're going to go
BYU.
to BYU. Okay. Well, we're going to have a little treat for you because Megan is going to perform for us. This is a piece that Emily has written, and two other parts to it, but we're not going to hear those, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and have you take a listen to this. What's it called? Searching, and it took you about 4 months to put all of this together.
Probably a little less than if I hadn't procrastinated. There was big breaks in there.
Do you play other instruments as well?
Yes, I play clarinet in the Centerville High School's Wind Symphony, and I play a little bit of saxophone, and I'm also in the choir program.
Okay. Do you dance also? You do it all. It's like you're okay. Well, here's what the music looked like. Sorry, and Megan will have you take it away.
All right.
Okay, this is Megan Mulgard. She's playing a piece that Emily Larson has written. Again, we hope to see you on Sunday, May 10th at the Central Theater at Centerville High School, 7:30. This event is sponsored by the Centerville Arts Commission. Take it away, Megan. Central High School Theater. Thanks for watching.